All right, guys, we're back here on Southeastern 16, presented by FanDuel. Max Barr's here again.
Come on.
Stream number 3 for today.
Come on.
This is our weekly prime time reaction show. We always do one in the prime time hours on Saturday, and we've already touched on quite a few games from today. As we did our earlier stream, Kentucky getting the win at Tennessee. Then, the one we did a couple hours ago touched on quite a few games. Florida's 98-94 win at Vanderbilt. Georgia 90, Arkansas 76. Alabama won by 2 at Oklahoma. Another double-digit comeback there. And then LSU got its first SEC win, beating Missouri by 8 in Baton Rouge. We have 2 4-point games we need to touch on, and that is Texas A&M still sitting atop with the Florida Gators getting the win at Texas. Good game there. And then Auburn holds off South Carolina by 4 at Neville Arena. So we're going to touch on those 2 games, and then we're going to get into kind of our overall, like we usually do on Saturdays, give you kind of our overview of the SEC, our awards, all that kind of stuff, maybe big picture, looking forward, all that. This is your show, prime time. You get to ask your questions, comments, super chats, all that stuff. Get it in here. And, Max, before we do that, let's start with Texas A&M.
Ooh.
What do you know? The Southeastern 16 KOD, which struck how many times today? 1,
quite a few.
2, 3, 4. 4 times for the Southeastern 16 KOD. Said 1's not enough, 2's not enough, 3's not enough, 4. The Aggies, they're here to stay.
Just like everybody thought, 5 games into the season, the Aggies with a share of the SEC lead here at 4-1. Bucky Ball is Bucky Ballin'. Fun game, entertaining game. 8 of 20 from 3 on the road. The shooting is traveling. Rylan Griffin with one of his better games, 4 of 5 from outside, and some big shots late too. Got that offensive foul. I think it was on Sim Wilcher, I believe, but I could be wrong on that. But kind of yelled in the Longhorns' face, and then got an offensive foul there to extend another possession. But Blake, Texas, they had shot north of 40% their previous 2 games to pick up those huge wins. I said it'll be interesting to see if this continues, because when you add that shooting to the dynamic of Voki Titus and Swain and everything, that all the problems they create for opponents, if you add in that shooting, this is a very hard team to beat. Texas, 6 of 21, 29% from outside. The bench goes 0 of 4. The starters didn't do bad. I mean, you got a 3 from Tremont Mark, you got 4 from Pope, you got 1 from Heidi, but the bench scoring wasn't there tonight for the Longhorns, Blake.
No, and it's like if you kind of, by the way, Sam Smith has updated his profile picture, and I just don't even know what to say. We'll address that later on. Like if you looked at the profile of these 2 teams, and I think we mentioned this kind of going in, we said, hey, obviously A&M's a team that turnover number, I'm curious to see what that looks like. I mean, Texas only turned over 8 times. So, like, you're thinking if you're like that, all right, yep, we got a good chance to win. Like you said, you mentioned kind of the trends with Texas's 3-point shooting. Yeah, that one doesn't exactly equal out in your favor. And so, like, it was a close game for a reason, because some of those key stats I feel like we identified, they really, especially, again, the turnover number, you thought maybe that was Texas A&M's best path to winning, but it just did not. They didn't need it necessarily. Like, it just wasn't as big of a factor. And, even it's like sometimes we talk about, like, with them, it's their ability to get to the free throw line. They got there 19 times, but, they made 12. So, like, I just think it's kind of that thing with this team, man. They're just finding different ways to win. And I know I heard a lot of Tennessee fans after the game the other night. It's like, I can't stand to watch this Texas A&M team and the way they play. But, I mean, I think obviously there are some things that tie together how they want to do it, but they're not just like a one-dimensional team that has to win this way or that way. Like, I think, again, this is the kind of game where it proves that You go on the road, find a way to win. Even some of your statistical strengths you're not perfect in, but yet in other areas, still a very efficient team, 58% from 2, 40% from 3. And that's kind of been the story all year with them. So,
And you're doing it without your best player in Mackenzie
right.
Mbako. Imagine if they had him. This would be an SEC title contender, Blake. They would be a title contender. They might even still be.
They still may be.
Still may be. That is how good of a coaching job Bucky McMillan has done in year one. Just think about some of the finds on this team. Rashawn Agee, another double-double. This guy is a machine. I could make him the rock lock reliable player every single Saturday because it's guaranteed he's putting up in a great night. 17 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers. This guy's fantastic, man. And he's doing it undersized against one of the best bigs in the league, Invokatitis. Ruben Dominguez, the SEC leader in three-pointers made right now. Incredible find there, international. You've got a guy like Ali Deba, 22 minutes. He's putting in about 15, 20 minutes every SEC game. I mean, this is just in the era of the portal, you don't know if these teams are going to fit or not. Like a St. John's, ton of talent, not fitting in the early season. Maybe they'll get going, but tough fit there. Some teams don't gel well. Blake, there's just something about this A&M team. They play so connected for the whole game.
Yeah, and they've done it with a rotation that I think is completely different. Not completely, but there are a lot of pieces that have kind of evolved to where wasn't expecting that. And, we mentioned that's how, whether it's AG, Dominguez, like those guys, and how they how their roles have expanded this year, to say the least. Like, it's just, yeah, man, they just keep finding ways to win, and credit them. Again, this was one where we talked about it. I mean, on the Texas side, they felt like the hottest team outside of Florida, just the fact that they had beaten Alabama on the road, came back, took it to Vanderbilt and handed them their first loss. So, yeah, it's just like, that's something too. And like as Jay Paul mentions here, it's something also that you're not going to be too upset about if you're a Texas A&M fan. And obviously we talked about just a completely different approach for these two guys in Bucky and Buzz. But yeah, these are the kind of things that not only just this start, but to do it against Texas, like, believe it or not, like I know you play 30-something other games, but this one matters a lot. And, you laughed at the same thing. Sam says, who's A&M going to hire this offseason? Because Sam's got Bucky heading to Knoxville to replace his guy, Rick Barnes. So, I don't know, Sam. It's a good question. We'll get to that in the offseason.
I'm going to say it again. Texas A&M is 2 overtime games away from being 16-2, the only undefeated team in the SEC, and they wouldn't have had their last loss would have been November 14th, the 4th game of the season. You want to talk about a dangerous squad. You want no business playing 40 minutes of hell against Bucky Ball and the way that these guys press and shoot the rock. And on the Texas side, I think I think this is a tournament level team. I do. I don't know if they're going to have the wins for it, but the way that this front court is playing game in, game out, Blake, Swain and Invokatitis, and then the little bit of minutes you get from Traore off the bench, they're a hard team to play. They really are.
Yeah, I don't really have any negative takeaways really if I'm Texas coming out of it. Like, not
Right.
to a huge extent. Again, you lost a 4-point game to your rival and all that, but like I wasn't feeling like I was watching a game where I'm just like, oh yeah, Texas, they're just not very good, right? Like, they just didn't make a couple shots, right? Like, you said it. Like,
Yeah.
That's kind of the story. So, yeah, and I think, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I think A&M just kind of found a way, as Jay's Paul says too. It's like they just found a way to win in different ways, and Texas just couldn't make enough shots to get it there, and couldn't make enough stops. Like, that also matters too. So, yeah, I thought it was, again, we both picked Texas because we saw kind of a team that had seemingly rounded into form, and I don't know that I'd changed my opinion on it all that much, but
No.
we also knew like A&M just came off a double overtime loss at Tennessee, where the probability of them winning at one point down the stretch of that game was probably north of like 90% maybe. It just felt like they had a really good handle on having a chance to win. Didn't happen, but yeah, man. So I mean, we looking legitimately could be sitting here talking about this team at the top of the SEC standings by themselves, but gritty to go in and get a win at Texas. And I mean, you want to talk about upcoming schedules? We always do this. I don't know there's anybody that's probably salivating more than Texas A&M right now, looking at a home schedule next week against Mississippi State and South Carolina. So
Yeah,
it could be worse is all I'm saying if I'm the Aggies.
I like it.
Yeah. So Texas, meanwhile, heads to Kentucky next Wednesday. Then they're at home against Georgia. So, yeah, big week for Texas, too, just to kind of bounce back from the home loss, see if they can go grab one of those two next week, or both would be nice, I'm sure, for Sean Miller's team. So,
Yeah, big
right.
week for Texas. Big week.
Big week. Texas A&M fans, Texas fans, let us know your additional thoughts on your teams here as you move forward. And, yeah, in terms of the SEC standings, Texas drops to 2-3. A&M's at 4-1, right up there with Florida. So that's where things will stand. And one of these teams tonight, either Ole Miss or Mississippi State, will join that crowded group of 3-2 teams in the SEC. So, all right, the other game, one feisty Tigers here, jumping in. By the way, one feisty Tiger Legends show coming up soon as well. And Auburn gets a 71-67 win over South Carolina. This was a game, I think, Max, clearly to say, probably played out a little different than we thought, stylistically. And it was also closer than probably most people thought it would be. South Carolina, coming off of just getting absolutely hammered at Arkansas by 34. We're down 40, whatever, at one point in that game. They come back here, play an Auburn team that was coming off kind of a frustrating loss at Missouri. And, yeah, like this was, I mean, I know Auburn's up 11. With about 5 minutes to go, and I think at that point, as I'm watching this, I'm thinking in my head still, it's like South Carolina just offensively, it just need that extra something, right? And I mean, what they had like 40, 48, 49 points, I think, with like 5 minutes left in the game. But yeah, winds up being, closer than people would have imagined, I guess.
Yeah, not the way that I thought Auburn was going to win. This has been one of the best offenses in the nation. And Auburn shoots 2 of 19 for 11% from 3. And Keshawn Hall has 4 fouls, only plays 14 minutes, 0 assists, 4 turnovers. Hall's worst game of the year by far. And they still find a way to get it done. At home helps. But, in the now, it's going to be a game where you're like, I'm not going to apologize for winning in this league. A win is a win. But you best believe I'd like to hear it. I'd like to go back and hear Stephen Pearl's post game because I'm sure he's not happy with the squad. Given that
quotes.
You got quotes?
I've got some. I mean, they're not like from what I've seen, like it's not that bad. Here's a couple. So let me see what I've got here. I'm going to pull up Justin Ferguson and see what some of the ones he's pointed out.
So what were they? What did they close at? Like minus 12.5 or something? By far like the biggest favorite of the day. South Carolina's coming off of the 108-74 game. So to only win by 4, probably a little bit of disappointment.
All right, here's some of these. Let me find kind of some ones here. All right, here's one quote. It was ugly. That was the game South Carolina wanted. It was played at their speed. Another quote, we're 1-3 in the league, and our fans keep showing up. We don't win this game without them. I'll never not appreciate it, never not be amazed at how incredible our fan base is. Here's one I think that probably a little bit more kind of just thoughts overall. Quote, for this team to be able to grind out a win like that when it's ugly is important. Not everything is going to be like the first few where it's all high scoring. We need to see that we can win a game or win a grinded out game. So I think that is a good point. Like, and that's look, it's kind of that we talked about earlier with Arkansas, right? It's like you went from playing South Carolina to Georgia and you had it kind of flipped, and that maybe that's a little harder sometimes. But yeah, I think he's probably not wrong. Like you're not going to see a lot of South Carolinas in this league, and that's the thing. And that's not a knock on South Carolina. It just means stylistically,
Mhm.
South Carolina understands their path to victory has to be a little bit different. They can't play like Georgia and Vanderbilt, and I mean in terms of like offensive speed. Obviously, they hung with Georgia in that game, but yeah, I think that's probably one of the things too that he's coming out of this thinking, okay, we found a way to grind out one. Not bad to have if you're kind of trying to teach your team certain lessons.
Yeah, Todd Pettiford also was kind of challenged going into this game to be more of a creator, coming off of the 2-assist night against Missouri in the loss. He comes out 5 assists, only 1 turnover.
And Pearl did quote that he probably said he probably should have had 12 assists tonight, but he just had one late turnover and did a great job of sitting down and guarding his man. Pleased with how he bounced back from a rough showing Wednesday night, and just kind of added that he was really impressed with Pettiford's performance. So
There you go. It's the bounce back you wanted to see. So given the circumstances, with the Hall foul trouble, shots not falling all night, played at South Carolina's slow pace, get out of that building with a win. Get out of there with a win. And that's what they did. Pop quiz here, Blake. Last week on Saturday, the number one O rating, the number one offensive rating for an individual player in SEC play was Ole Miss's Patton Pinkins. Who is the new SEC leader in offensive efficiency? Just through SEC play, 5 games.
is this where perhaps do I have to give a shout out to? No, it can't be him. Never mind. He had a bad game. I forgot about that game. Who is it? I mean, it's got
It's
to be an
none
Auburn player, right?
other than Philip Jovich.
I was okay. See, I just discounted him because I'm like, well, he had a bad game against somebody, but I don't remember which one that was.
Offensive rating through 5 SEC games of 160.8.
Wow.
Number 6 in the league in offensive rebounding, number 25 in the league in defensive rebounding, 11 in steal rate, and number 1 in 2-point field goal percentage. Philip Jovich through 5 SEC games is 19 of 22 from the floor, from 2 for 86.4%. Tonight, he was the Ken Pom MVP, 23 points, 6 rebounds, 3 of them offensive, a block, no turnovers.
Mm.
Woo! All right, Jovich.
Yeah. Well, you know what that means. Shout out to the Vitches.
Shout him out.
Because, yeah, that's a performance right there. I did not realize he had that high of a number because I think I was the A&M game. I'm looking back now. But
Yep.
if you look at the other ones, like, yeah, he's my
been
goodness,
fantastic.
Wild from his offensive rating. Yeah, it just has not missed hardly any shots. So that'll help. Yeah, so I think, again, coming out of this for Auburn, you're going to take any win. I think it is important to note, though, like South Carolina did bounce back in this way and at least made this thing interesting down the stretch, knowing that they could have come off that. Again, you're staring down a week where you're playing Arkansas and Auburn on the road, two of the toughest places to play in the SEC. And, to bounce back after getting kind of embarrassed the way you did at Arkansas, I think that was at least something Lamont Paris, I think, can lean on with this team. I realize they're kind of fighting an uphill battle, and I think really it comes down to the offensive stuff. But, at least you got something to lean on. They do play Oklahoma on Tuesday. You want to talk about it's a game where two teams desperate.
Wow. Yeah.
That's a big one. So after that, I mean, wins are probably going to be hard to come by for South Carolina. But I say that knowing that, this was a team that had a chance to beat Georgia, was right there with Vanderbilt.
Yep.
And again, had a chance to go on the road and maybe at least, make a few extra baskets at the end. Game changed a little bit, even though, again, Auburn was up 11 with about 5 minutes to go. But, yeah, so we'll see. It's going to be.
Their margin for error is just so small given the lack of depth. Hey, that starting 5 is not bad at all, Blake. I mean, Elijah Strong and Sharab Jamps up top. Miles Studi on the wing with Kobe Knox and Michi Johnson in the backcourt. That's rock solid. They just get nothing out of their bench.
I don't know. I just, this is one too, or like this is a much deeper discussion. Like I don't think South Carolina basketball's problem is Lamont Paris. I think
No,
it's just,
no,
I think
no.
it's bigger than that. It's like,
Yeah.
and this is where we get into NIL and all this other stuff. Like, again, I don't know the specifics and numbers and everything, but I don't think he's doing a bad job with his team at all. I just think I've said all year, I think they're just like a player away. And, that's, again, the margin for error, you said, it's not there right now. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, for Auburn moving forward, that was an important win to get back to now 2-3. 2 road games coming up next week at Ole Miss, at Florida. So it's a tough week for Auburn. And this is now that you look at Auburn's schedule, the way it shapes up, they've got probably one of the tougher schedules, I would say, in this next 3 weeks or so. At Ole Miss, at Florida, home against Texas, at Tennessee, home against Alabama, home against Vanderbilt, then at Arkansas. So their run up to Valentine's Day is a little tough.
$5 super chat here from Zach. Doesn't feel great about Auburn. He's hoping they can change his mind moving forward. Hey, you're still in the tournament, I believe, on the right side of the tournament. So
it's the SEC this year. I think people were feeling a lot better about Auburn after the Arkansas game, and then it's like, it's just
So well, you know what happens now? This is their turn to take to go on the upswing, right when everyone gets down on them. That's the way this goes.
That's how it goes. There you go. So some thoughts on Auburn, South Carolina. Before we jump into our Saturday awards and all this other stuff, let's tell you about our friends over at AndCollar, ANDCollar.com. We keep telling you, my goodness, it doesn't get much better than this. You not only get a discount over there, SEC16 for 16% off, but you get a polo, a button-up, a quarter zip, some pants that are stretchy. They're affordable. They make you look good. A lot of words in there that are very important if you're looking for menswear and you're looking for performance, Max Barr. They got it all.
They got it.
They invented the Workleisure. Spill anything you want on this thing, it'll come right out. They got stain-resistant quality wear there. Some comfort. The soft feel. Everyone loves a good soft feel every now and then. The wrinkle resistance. Machine washable. Lightweight. Oh, the price, though. What can we say about the price? Sam, talking about the ties. They got great ties over there.
Great ties.
They got suits. Oh, my goodness. Tremendous people. Over at AndCollar. Use our code SEC16, ANDCollar.com. ANDCollar.com. All right, and Yearly Company, 100% off the size and kit over there. SE16 kit, 100% off over there. And ROKFORM, ROKFORM.com, the world's strongest magnetic phone case. Extreme protection, super strong magnets, rock locks, like gear mounting. Incredible stuff. SEC25, 25% off over at ROKFORM. Okay. Let's see what else we want to talk about. We got to get to our awards, but remember, you guys kind of run this primetime show. Send your questions, comments, super chats, all that stuff, and we'll hit on some other kind of big picture topics in the SEC coming out of it. The updated standings, it is a jumbled mess in the middle. Florida and A&M at the top, 4-1. Vanderbilt, Alabama, Arkansas, Kentucky, Georgia, Missouri, and one of these teams, Ole Miss or Mississippi State, is going to be at 3-2. Then the loser will be at 2-3, along with Tennessee, Auburn, and Texas. Boy, that's a group of 2 and 3 teams that still feel like they got a lot of upside.
I know.
And then you've got LSU, Oklahoma, and South Carolina all at 1-4. So.
And you play at all 3 of those buildings, and you're in for a game.
Yeah, you are. All right. Would you like to hand out some awards, Max Barr?
Yes. Would I like to? I don't think like is the right word. This might be my favorite time of the entire week is award time on Saturday night. I love it.
All right. Award number 1. And I'll chime in with my own if any of these qualify and I can come up with an answer. If I can, I'm just going to keep it simple.
Okay. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go from the top down here. I'm gonna keep it simple for you guys. Player of the day. Doesn't everybody want to know player of the day? I'm just gonna get right to it. You might not see this one coming. But when I was I'm looking through all the games, this one was undeniable for me. It's not a popular choice, but I'm going with LSU's Markel Sutton for my player of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, hear me out. Listen to this stat line. Listen to it. And they got the win, a win they needed. 34 minutes. He scores 26 points, 19 of them in the first half to give LSU the lead needed to play the game at their pace. Very important. 2 of 4 from 3 to stretch the floor from the 4 spot. Also very important. 6 rebounds, 4 of them offensive. 1 assist, 0 turnovers, and 2 steals. What a game from Markel Sutton. There's not a blemish on that stat line. Could have gone a few different ways, but man, he won LSU the game today.
Yeah, he'd probably be in my top 3, no question.
Some Aberdeens in the chat.
Ultimately, I brought it to 2, and I know Kentucky fans want it to be Denzel Aberdeen, but I went a different direction, and I don't think this should be a huge surprise. The most impactful player I saw on the court today was Ruben Chendilu at Florida.
Ooh,
he
nice.
makes so many big plays to help his team get a top 10 win on the road. And so I'm going Big Ruben as the player of the day. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks, 3 assists in 31 minutes. He was kind of the game changer, I thought. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Big Ruben for my player of the day.
Nice. I like it. I got Ruben with an award later on. Ruben had quite the day.
He did.
All right. Team of the day. Now, there were a lot of teams to pick from today. You could have gone with A&M securing a share of the league title or the league lead. You could have gone with Florida winning the game of the year so far. You could have gone with LSU potentially saving their season.
Mm-hmm.
Could have gone with Georgia with a 14-point win over Arkansas at home. But I'm going Cats. I'm going Kentucky. On the road as a dog who entered the game with a Torvik 52% chance of making the tournament. Hasn't updated yet, but that's as bubbly as it gets. And you go on the road, come back from down almost 20. Team of the day, the Cats.
Yeah, I just gave Florida the award on the player of the day. I talked about how a top 10 road win impacted. Obviously, I think Florida's could probably win the team of the day maybe for the next month or so based on the trajectory. So for this one, I'm going to give it to Kentucky because, again, I think it's just the way they did it. And, yeah, just I think to once again show the fortitude Max Barr in the second half to kind of rebound the way they did. I'm gonna give Kentucky this one. Tight race with Kentucky and Florida in this one, but I'll give it to the Cats since I gave Big Ruben the player of the day.
Sure. We got chat awards coming in now. I'm loving this. Iron Kentucky with award to most impactful that doesn't reflect his box score. I might adopt this award for next week and moving forward. Yeah. What a fantastic award. Mo Diabate. I love it. I love that award. Freshman of the day. Freshman of the day. First time award winner here. First time award winner for freshman Philip Jovic. Have yourself a day, Mr. Jovic. I had to double check that he was a freshman. For some reason, I didn't think he was a freshman. I had to double check, and he is. He doesn't play like a freshman. 30 minutes, 23 points, 6 rebounds, a block, 2 steals. They don't win the game today without Mr. Jovic. First time he's won an award for me a few weeks into the SEC season. Have yourself a day.
Yeah, Darius Acuff still stuffed the stat sheet today.
He did.
Did plenty for Arkansas, but they lost by 14 on the road. Shout out to the Vitches again. 23 points, as you said, for Jovic. Incredible offensive efficiency thus far.
Yes.
Give me Phil Jovic.
You were all over. Shout out to the Vitches early.
Barely.
All right, defensive player of the day. A second-time award winner And, man, he's climbing up my Defensive Player of the Year rankings. I don't know if he's got it yet, but he's climbing up. Mr. 7 blocks in 27 minutes. 7 blocks in 27 minutes. Samto Cyril. He adds in a steal to go with that. Good luck getting anything around the rim easy when Samto Cyril's out there. 7 blocks in 27 minutes. What a game. What a game around the rim.
Yeah, I'm not going to. That's the choice.
That's
Next.
Next. Have yourself a day, Mr. Cyril. Okay, my yearly co-Bengal shooter of the day. I didn't have one last week. No one was worthy. Usually I like to get up to 5 threes for this. I like a heat check day. I like a little 6-3 game, maybe even a little bit more. But can't deny 4 of 5 from 3 in only 25 minutes for Rylan Griffin today. He was the difference from outside with Ruben Dominguez not having a great shooting night. Honestly, the rest of Texas A&M not having a great shooting night. Rylan Griffin's 4 threes in 5 attempts on the road in the Moody Center to knock off a red-hot Texas team. He gets my shooter of the day.
Yeah, he had half their threes, and A&M won 8 of 20 overall. And we mentioned like they found ways to win in different ways in this game, and so yeah, I like that pick.
Yep. Okay. Rock Lock Reliable Player of the Day was a very hard choice for me. Very hard choice for me. I originally had Denzel Aberdeen with this award. With his second half performance, 22 points in the efficiency, 0 turnovers, 2 assists, 50% from 3, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. That's as reliable as it gets. But honestly, I remembered Ruben's performance, and I'm like, wait a second. Ruben didn't miss a free throw. He went 6 of 6 from the free throw line. He didn't turn the ball over. Or did he turn the ball over? He might have. I just don't have it in my notes.
A few times, but
whatever.
One of them was a charge. I remember the specific play. But
3 blocks. He only fouls 1 time, allowing himself to play 31 minutes on the floor when it matters the most. Not something Ruben's always been able to do. 10 rebounds, 20 points. He got my Rock Lock Reliable Player of the Day, but that was really close.
Yeah, I think I would give it to Ruben too. I know I gave him an award earlier. I think I would give it to him, or I'd give him to Tommy H. I'd give it to one of the two. So
nice.
I'd probably give it to Ruben though. I just thought he was that impactful today. So
a few more here. Play of the day. This one was also tough. I was down between 2. LeBaron Philon's back-to-back threes with 3 minutes left to tie it, but I ended up going with Colin Chandler's play with 40 seconds left. He creates the steal and then the nice assist to Owe to take the lead. I believe it was 76-77, and then after that 78-77, and the Cats win the game. That was the difference in the last few moments there. Colin Chandler gets my play of the day.
Yeah, it's a good choice. I think Xavier Lee's step back 3 is probably one I'd probably go 1A, 1B.
How did I forget
Chandler
that?
steal, Xavier Lee step back 3, pretty much. That was just such a huge play at that.
That was huge
Stretch of the game. So one of those two, I'm fine with either.
Yep, nice. I can't believe I forgot that play when looking through the plays of the day. Absolutely, Xavier Lee's in that. All right, 2 more real quick. Bully ball stat line of the day. Surprisingly, we've gotten a great bully ball stat line every Saturday. It's not always the case. This won't always be an award. I won't always have an award for this. But Taylor Bull Bowen goes out there, plays 15 minutes, 0 points, 0 for 1 from the floor. He grabs 3 boards, 1 block, and 4 fouls. Come on, Taylor Bull Bowen with half a hand. There's my bully ball play, that stat line of the day there. Won't always have one, but we did get a good one this week.
Nice.
All right, and then I've got 4 real quick. Don't forget these performances and losses. Hey, Max McKinnon had been on this list 2 times before, and look at how he's playing. I do have a repeat guy from last week. He's playing out of his mind. It's your guy, Darian Reed. 28 minutes, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 5 of those offensive, 3 assists, 0 turnovers. Darian Reed's been really good, guys. Jaden Stone is now the best backcourt player for Missouri. 36 minutes. He doesn't come off the floor. 20 points, 4 rebounds. He doesn't have an assist, but he also doesn't have a turnover. Just a pure scorer there, Jaden Stone. I've got Kobe Knox coming 1 rebound away from a double-double from a guard spot. 31 minutes, 12 points, 9 rebounds. He was everywhere. And then Matas Voki-Titus also 1 rebound away from a double-double. Plays 30 minutes, stays on the floor. That's been an issue for him. He stays out of foul trouble. 14 points, 9 rebounds, and a block. Don't forget about those guys in losses. They played well.
I'll throw Jordan Pope in there.
Nice.
He's hit 12 threes in the last 3 games now combined. Went 4-9 in this one against A&M. Like you said, they just overall as a team they couldn't make shots, but I still think he is obviously trending much further in the right direction than maybe he was a while back. I mean, I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that stands out. Like, look, I don't, and I know there may be a little pushback on this from a certain someone in the chat, but like I thought Jacoby Gillespie played pretty well today. And it's like I said, it's just one of those where like he missed a couple key free throws, and that'll be talked about a lot. But I thought he played a pretty good game. So I would throw him in there as another one that I'm just like, you're not blaming that loss on Jacoby Gillespie. I know again the free throws or whatever, but I mentioned how kind of an outlier that was based on his season stats when we missed 4 in this game. So no.
What a day of
I know
SEC.
you're surprised. I know you're surprised Sam doesn't agree.
Shocker.
With Jacoby Gillespie. So, I mean, he had a few turnovers, Sam. I get it, but like they're not even in the game. If this guy's not, like, I'm sorry, they're not even. They're down 20.
That game feels like it was yesterday by this point.
It does.
I've watched so much basketball since then.
Yeah, long day. So Sam, Sam wants NIT bracketology. So yeah, wants some NIT bracketology tonight. I don't know if we can give you that. Because to be honest, I don't even know what the NIT criteria is these days. Like we got so spoiled last year that the SEC got 14 and 16 in the tournament. I didn't even thought about the NIT in 2 seasons now. I don't know. Did any of the other teams make the NIT last year? They didn't, did they? I don't remember, dude. No, they both had losing records. No, LSU and South Carolina had losing records. They weren't in the NIT.
Oh no.
So, yeah. All right.
Well, there you have it.
Sam, you're just on a roll. Sam, Tennessee's not going to the NIT. They're going to be fine. So,
come on, Sam.
Right. They're going to be fine. Sam, you just had your legend show. You should be very happy, optimistic. But then again, you did have to watch the end of that game today. So I don't blame you.
I feel for Sam today.
So I don't blame you. Sam, I'm not saying he was perfect, okay? All I'm saying is I still think he had a pretty good performance overall compared to most SEC players today. That's all. Like,
we got to start getting worried when Sam starts going to the CBI. When Sam starts the CBI talk, that's when I'm going to start getting worried. But hey, the NIT is a prestigious tournament, Sam.
NIT. Hey, a lot of prestige. But anyways. All right. What else we got here? Anything else?
Oh,
we got a game going on right now, but again, my voice is not gonna. It's one of those where I can tell I'm getting sick. Like it's just
darn.
I mean, you and I, we can't both ever go just a full week without.
We are on about a 2-month cycle now of we get 1 week in between, and then you'll get sick, then I'll get sick, and then we get 1 week together, and then it starts the cycle over again.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. But yeah, Arkansas is going to give out an award for says Georgia get an award for best points off turnovers. It's 17, Arkansas at 18, but yeah, that was the difference.
Loving these Iron Kentucky awards here. So, I'm loving these, man.
Yeah. So all right. Let's see. Phil talking about the Arkansas chat. Phil, as you know, sometimes people react a little bit. Um, they react a little bit. Let's say to the extreme. I would say after any time there's a loss by a team. So
Phil, take it as passion for the team directed in the wrong area after a tough result.
yeah.
Look at the.
By the way, speaking of tough results, I don't know if you guys have been watching this Mississippi State Ole Miss game. I'm checking in on it as much as I can while we're doing the show, but these two teams are combined 1 of 25 from 3 at halftime.
1 of 25.
1 of 25. Do you want to just here's like the best part. Do you want to just take a wild guess as to who has hit the 3?
Oh,
if you
wait.
don't know it.
What team?
You may have. No, I'm not going to tell you that. That's the point. You got to pick one player. I remember seeing the play, but Travis Perry.
Travis Perry, bang!
Yeah. But yeah, it's not been
It's
the
hot.
most
Don't let him get hot.
aesthetically pleasing perimeter game. Which, by the way, we are going to clean this game up on Monday when we do our power rankings. Because again, guys, I'm just telling you, my voice. That's why we started a little early tonight.
Do you got the little high back throat tickle going on right now?
It's just like, again, you just kind of know. Like,
yeah,
just, yeah. So, kid's been sick, so it's just like it's just one of those. So, but anyways, so yeah, that's what's going on right now in Starkville. So,
all right, real quick,
Mother Carol's got a super chat before you get to that. Hold
on. We do.
By the way, super chat, Mother Carol. Advice from the tweet I'm taking: going to be a roller coaster ride. Buckle up, and enjoy the ride. That's how I refer to it in my basket and review column. In this past week, I said it's Kentucky. It's a roller coaster ride. That's what it is. So,
2 things real quick, Blake. To add on to that, Neil Blackman, Florida Basketball Hour, got a great column this week at his, I think it's Saturday Down South, about kind of the analytics behind the conferences and kind of how to comprehend, in what it matters what perspective you're looking at, like if it's the league top to bottom or just elite teams. But he does a good article on kind of framing the SEC from top to bottom this week. You can find that either on Florida Basketball Hour or Saturday on South. But quick look ahead here, Blake. We got power rankings on Monday, but Tuesday we've got a heck of a slate coming up, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a 5-game Tuesday coming up. LSU at Florida, Oklahoma at South Carolina, which is now very interesting. Very interesting. Game of the night, Vanderbilt at Bud Walton, 9 p.m. ESPN primetime slot. Georgia at Missouri. Now, with Missouri coming off of a loss and Georgia coming off of a win, that game's going to be big time. And then Auburn, Ole Miss, depending on what Ole Miss does here, you've got Auburn, that team that just didn't play their best, going against depends what happens, but a hot Ole Miss team here. We got a really nice Tuesday coming up here, Blake.
Yeah, several important games. Like you said, I think even like Oklahoma, South Carolina, like that's an important game for both of those teams. Yeah. Vanderbilt at Arkansas, for, again, obvious reasons, both teams coming off losses. And now Vanderbilt's trying to avoid 3 in a row, which I think is going to be tough to do, coming out of Bud Walton with a win.
I know.
And then the Georgia-Missouri game, and we'll see what this Ole Miss game is going to mean for them. Against Auburn, right? I mean, it's going to be important either way, but it's going to be something. So, good slate. Yeah, and then Wednesday slate.
Short one.
Oh, okay. So, yes, I was like, it starts somewhere, so it starts this week. Okay. So we have the midweek off for a couple teams. So Texas at Kentucky, Mississippi State at A&M. Those are the only 2 games on Wednesday. All right.
Sam's disappointed that Tennessee doesn't play. He wanted to see the Vols back in action.
Who else is off? Alabama's off. Is that it? It's just those 2? Yes, it's just those 2.
You got to look at these 2 comments. Okay, sorry, so first, Mother Carol, blessings with you on Monday. Got her cataract surgery. We'll send a little tribute out to you on Monday for the power rankings. But then Sam says he's thought about having surgery as well. Sam.
Oh no. No, he didn't.
He saw an opportunity and he took it.
Wow. All right. Well, I can't say I'm surprised that we've somehow gotten here after 45 minutes, but here we are.
We knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, we knew we'd get here with that. But all right. So there you go. That's kind of the setup. Power rankings. Who knows? I can tell you who number one's going to be. I don't know anything after that. Spoiler alert, if you're hanging around for number one on Monday, it's going to be Florida. And I don't even care what anyone else votes. I'm making the executive decision right now. There's no other team other than Florida that's going to be at number one, period. No debates.
Really?
Yes.
Have you seen
there should be no debate.
The Aggies.
They're not. They are, but they're not Florida right now.
I'm joking.
So the Gators are number one. If anyone else votes, anyone other than Florida at number one, we're revoking your credentials.
Can already predict that we will spend way too much time debating the hairs between teams 6 and 7 in the power rankings that mean absolutely nothing.
We will.
We are 100% going to do that.
We're going to have a close vote between, who it's going to be. It's going to be teams like Kentucky and Arkansas. And they're going to get jumbled right beside each other. And we're going to have to somehow spend 15 minutes on Monday debating who to put in front of who. It's just going to turn into a complete.
Can't wait.
What. It's going to be fantastic. That's what we enjoy more than anything. Meaningless power rankings with 18 teams at 3 and 2 at this point.
Gosh.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Legends, MVPs. We'll put the post out on the community thing tomorrow. You can send in your power rankings for the week. I know Sam's going to have Tennessee at 16. We'll see how far that pulls the balls down in the vote. I think some other people will have them higher, so I don't think they're going to wind up there. But we'll see. I have to see how it goes on that one. But, Iron Kentucky's like, hey, tomorrow my Bears play. Monday's the College Football Playoff Championship. Tuesday we got SEC basketball. Kentucky plays on Wednesday. What a time. I'm not watching this NFL game right now. Only play I saw was the touchdown on the kickoff.
49ers are chipping away.
Yeah. Poor Josh Allen. My goodness.
What a game, though, right? Fun game to watch.
What a game. The Pats.
Pats tomorrow. Oh, my God. I'm so nervous.
Pats have got a clear path, man. Come on. All you got to do is beat the Texans.
No.
Is Nico Collins playing or not?
No, he's not. But this is the problem.
That's an easy win.
All year, I have said, I'm not buying into the Pats. I'm not buying in. Vrabel's not doing it this year. I'm not buying in. For the Chargers game, I had every ounce I was covered head to toe in Pat's gear. And now I'm bought back in completely, which means my heart is about to be shattered on Sunday.
All right. I don't disagree with Toon here. I know we're getting off subject, but I thought some of the calls on the Bills.
How'd they not even go to the booth to review that interception to see if Cooks had possession? How do they not even take a look at it?
That was a tough one. So we'll see. By the way, Iron Kentucky said, I don't know if you've seen the spread for the national championship game on Monday, Max.
No, I don't know what it is.
Let me see what the updated line is. Yeah, it's 8.5. Miami's an 8.5 point favorite of the national championship. There you go.
I think I like that.
Yeah. So
I'm such a sucker though for that. Those type of
Indiana's a machine. By the way, LSU Capital.
Phil, that's what I'm worried about. Phil, that's what I'm worried about.
Who will be LSU's men's basketball coach in 2026?
It better be Matt McMahon, or I'm going to go to that athletic director and give him a piece of my mind.
Don't know. Maybe Lane Kiffin. Guy gets anything he wants, so maybe.
How about biggest loser award? Biggest loser award. LSU athletic director giving his coach an ultimatum when his two best players are hurt. Biggest loser award right there.
Oh, God.
Unreal.
Oh, my. Well, you win some, you lose some, and that award right there, clearly not the winner's award. All right. We're about to hop off. By the way, Max, quick professional wrestling note. I know you watched the TNA on AMC debut on Thursday, right? What'd you think? You think it was pretty good? Yeah, it kind of reminds you like other great AMC classics like Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, The Walking Dead. I'm sure you were just completely enamored by this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Phil, I thought it was one of the worst debuts for a national promotion I've ever seen. So there's my response to what I thought about it.
I was not expecting that at all.
No, apologies, but Phil, I thought it was absolutely not fun. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. But Sam got a little wrestling shout out. He did a little Ric Flair in the Legend show with Chris. So
Sam, he's legendary. Of course he did.
And legendary. All right. We got to hop off here again. My voice is is struggling right now, guys. So that's probably good. Sam enjoys that.
That was a fun day.
Whew, it was. Fun day of basketball. These Saturday ones, they're long, but man, they're enjoyable when you have a lot of just kind of fun games. And yeah, so. And of course, you guys make it a lot more enjoyable. So
yeah, thanks for hanging out. Truly.
We appreciate it. And yeah, good stuff. You guys are the best. We appreciate all the regulars hopping in. Most of you jump in for all 3 streams today. You're the real MVPs here at Southeastern 16. Remember, if you want to join, my goodness, I look at our membership numbers every day now, and my goodness, we have a lot of people this week, Max. This is probably like an all-time week that we've had number of like people who have upgraded to the MVP tier or Legends tier this week. So,
look at this.
A lot of people getting some bonus content.
Max Barr player in 2K won the MVP.
Oh.
What else? What else did you expect from a versatile nightmare out there on the hardwood?
Listen, if my voices can do it, Blake Barr's coming back early in the week this week. We're going to try to bring that back.
Yes.
A little action there. So that'll be good. Mother Carol, once again, giving us the reminder. She's done this for you this year when your voice has been kind of out. So I'm going to try to do this as well to get it back. So,
hey, Mother Carol, good luck on that procedure Monday. We'll be thinking about you.
Yes, we will. Sam says one of his buddies did sign up for my Legend show. Sam wasn't the only person. We had several people, I think, sign up just to watch your Legend show. That is the appeal of the Legend show. All right? That's why we enjoy these, because the people want to sign up and watch you guys or listen to you guys on the show. It's tremendous stuff.
How about Sam's outfit, too? Look,
it came sharp. We've never been that professional. Sam was out-professionaled all of us in one show. So, as Sam said, it was like talking to Walter Cronkite. Like, that was the comparison. Oh, gosh. Incredible stuff. Incredible. And remember, guys, don't forget, as long as people stay legends, they stay in the rotation. So if Sam stays a legend, Mother Carol stays a legend, Big Gator EJ, and so forth, they're going to get more shows here as we move forward. The frequency will kind of, go to like once a month and all that. But like right now, yeah. So someone say Bo Nix broke his ankle? Is that right? Where did that come from?
When?
Oh my! What? Oh wow! I know we're off topic here, but dude, he's out for the rest of the playoffs.
Was that? Wait,
this is real.
For the Pats.
That's what I said. I didn't know that earlier. Oh no, he fractured in overtime. Out for the rest of the playoffs, dude. All right, we'll get to that off air.
Night.
Oh my gosh, dude, you're not gonna be able to sleep now. Your path has never been more clear.
They're
Who's
going to
the backup for the Broncos?
Losing tomorrow. It's just guaranteed the loss. That's it.
Are you telling me the Texans are going to be in the Super Bowl? Jared Stidham's the backup. Oh, so that's even more of a tie to the Pats.
Ex-Pat.
Former Pat extraordinaire, Jared Stidham.
They need to win.
Oh.
They need to win.
Oh, wow.
I know, Phil. Phil, I have zero confidence. Absolutely zero. Zero confidence.
Jared Stidham. Former Auburn guy as well. Don't forget that. So, all right. We're out of here.
We're out of here.
Max is not going to sleep tonight. The Pats. We got to finish watching this game too, by the way. Ole Miss and Mississippi State.
Yep.
Again, we apologize about those fan bases. We will touch on this game on Monday. I promise. We just right now I don't know. I don't know if we can do it. So, all right. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, thanks for all the support at the channel. Keep leaving those likes. Subscribe on the way out. Helps out the channel. We appreciate you watching, and we'll talk to you soon here at Southeastern 16, presented by FanDuel.